change the way you talk to yourself. So this, I'm a victim, get rid of that. No, you're not. You're nobody's prey. I don't understand why I'm having problems with people. I don't understand why I don't have better relationship. When you meet someone and let's say you really like them, just don't go all the way in.
I'd be curious your take. Do you think that being authentic and vulnerable all the time is good? And that's what you should do?
No. This whole vulnerable thing, I always hear it. Here's the problem with that. If I'm going to share something with you, it should be truthful and it should be done genuinely. Like, don't give me a story because you're trying to get me to put my guard down. How about you just be a genuine person? How about you just be truthful, respectful, and professional and let things happen on their own organically? And this authentic thing, so that's another thing. Probably the worst person, Codie, to ask these questions. I want to be transparent and honest with people because I feel like they're given things to do and it does not work. And it sabotages their efforts. And then they're kind of at a loss. I don't understand why I'm having problems with people. I don't understand why I don't have better relationships. So being authentic, first of all, what does that mean? Just be genuine. It's not, I think what people think authentic means is I'm going to come in, I'm going to be me and whoever likes it. You need to bring different versions of you to different conversations and to different people. I'm in business now. You and I were talking a little bit off camera. And when I work with people or have people work with me, I want the business version of you. I don't want the version of you that comes in, Evy, I need advice. I don't mind from time to time, but I'm running a business. So if you come in authentically, like I'm having a horrible day, Evy, I need this, I need that. I'm truly sorry to hear that, but that doesn't work with the business version of me. I can't get things done. So I need this professional, strong version of you to show up for me.
I think I heard you say somewhere, and I really liked it, that, a boundary is something that you actually hold. Otherwise, you're just talking. And I love this. It's like in this world, if you don't keep your promises to yourself, and if you don't keep the promises that you say you will out loud to another, that's probably the worst promise you could break,
Well, you get mad at yourself too.
Yeah.
And that's when people walk all over you. And it's a common thing. People come to me, this person keeps doing this to me. And I'm always like, you realize you play a role. It's not to be, I'm not being mean. It's like, and I'm not blaming you. It's like, you have to always be like, what am I doing that's causing this? Every time I struggle with something or someone, I always go back in, okay, what am I doing that's helping contribute to this circumstance, to this situation, to this environment? So I may not be the whole solution because it's always 50%, 50% me, 50% you, but I'm going to manage my 50. And I have to be honest with myself.
So what would the solution be for somebody who maybe says, I'm typically a victim? And, this keeps happening to me. I keep having this. I wish it would change. What are the words you tell them? You say, sit down, do X, Y, and Z. You say, keep your promises to yourself. What is the tactical next move to break that habit of blaming everybody else?
Well, the first move is to stop saying that to yourself. It's the words you feed your mind. It's like you're feeding it to your mind. I'm not a victim. I've never used that word in my life. And I, like everybody else, have gone through my share of difficulties and hardships. And again, it varies, what bad thing I go through varies compared to other people. Like my bad thing may be very bad for me, but for somebody else, it's like, meh, right? Or vice versa. But change the way you talk to yourself. So this, I'm a victim, get rid of that. No, you're not. You're nobody's prey. You're nobody's prey. I am nobody's prey. Change that tone in your head. It always starts first with the way you speak to yourself and the way you groom your mind to think of yourself. One of the things that helped me a lot is I learned to read people well. So now you would say to me, well, you have an unfair training and you are an interviewer, investigator. You don't need all that. You really just need to be less talkative. If you struggle with people a lot and they take advantage of you, stop talking a lot. So there's a couple of reasons why. One reason is I want you to gather intelligence. You got to think of it like you're an intel gatherer. So when you're talking, you're not gathering anything. You're gathering zero. So you want to get good read on them, let them reveal, give people space to reveal themselves. So that's one. So now I'm reading you and getting you. I always reflect back. I'm like a mirror. Tell me about that. Oh, no kidding. Tell me about you, especially if I'm in the dark with something. So that's one. The other thing is when you're talking, it's very hard to read people. It's a high cognitive load. So the more quiet you can be, the better you're going to be at picking up cues. And even though you can't articulate what that person did that you don't like, you feel it. You feel it. Just the other day, somebody was telling me about something about someone else. And they're like, I just don't feel right with this person, but I keep engaging them because I can't articulate what the reason is. And I'm like, no, you need to listen to that because you're picking something up. You just may not have the skill set yet to define what that is, that cue or that the words or tone or whatever that is they're doing that caused this hiccup for you, but you need to follow it. If a person feels very overwhelmed or they feel that they're being kind of taken for a ride over and over again, go quiet and really let people reveal themselves. And then the other thing is don't crush so hard. When you meet someone and let's say you really like them, just don't go all the way in. Don't crush so hard and don't chase the like. We like it when people like us, right? You get the dopamine hit. Who doesn't want to be liked? But the thing is not everybody is going to be in alignment and in harmony with you. And so again, they can be nice, but their value system, belief system, agendas in life are different than yours. And that's going to lead to bumps later on. And so you will save yourself sometimes a lot of pain and hardship if you don't like so hard.
Yeah, I think the first time I realized that was when I started having business partners and I wasn't very good at picking them. And I would crush too hard too fast. And then I would feel bad for pulling back. I would have that little flare, that little thing in my stomach where I thought, oof, we're out of alignment and something's off. But we were too far in. Now I'm like, what am I going to do? Pull away, no longer talk to this person? So this whole inner dialogue. And Chris, my husband, said something great to me, which was, he's like, people are hard to conceal over time. And he said, especially people are hard to conceal in the evening. And I don't know if this is true because we should talk about your time with interrogations and lie detections. But he was saying that one of the favorite things that he liked to do when he did his job in the military was he wouldn't ask the hard questions in the morning, when a coffee was happening with a subject that they were interested in. It would typically be in the evening after they were together for a long day. Lots of stuff was happening. They weren't exactly sure, when the next coffee would come, when the next water. And that's when the person would kind of reveal. They'd be tired. It would be hard to keep up a veneer. And I thought that was really clever because, everybody kind of looks better with a fresh cup of coffee. But with you in particular, God, some of your work on interrogation and lie detection I thought was so interesting.